All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Harakatarash. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shabbat Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites, brother Shane, brother like heathens, to be able to witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who the world only calls Jehovah God or Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son, Yahweh Shah, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, as the priest of Yeshua. With blessing. And you have a feast of Shema, you already know it's the Holy Spirit, it's the Holy Spirit, right? Believe it or not. And, I stumble across this anime. Usually, the graphics ain't a certain way and stuff. I don't really watch it, you know what I'm saying? But then again, can't judge a book by its cover. And it's a show, a cartoon anime, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get further down the line, even though it kind of like show you different things because it got like it's called it's 3 times 3 eyes or 3x 3 eyes. And it's individuals and stuff who are in uh it's individuals, it's individual. It's a lot of it's like I say it like this. By the time, there's only 7 episodes of it. You know what I'm saying? First season is it's 4 episodes. Second season is 3, and it ends the way it ends. But it's like this though. Pretty much it goes into how uh, 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 I mean it's different areas on it and stuff, right? Um, it goes into Hinduism. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about that dot and stuff on their fucking head, on their forehead and stuff, right? And long story short, what I'm saying, because they was getting attacked. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah 59 and 15. Yea, true faileth he that departed away from no. First, matter of fact, I'll speak on that right quick. This is Sirach 2 and 1. You know what I'm saying? Because uh even though so even though when it came down to it, uh it goes into like a lot of things and stuff when it comes down to the demons. You know what I'm saying? Because there was demons hidden amongst people. They made themselves look like people. You know what I'm saying? They when but the whole time, you know, uh, uh, they sensory and stuff was there where they was where the main 2 characters, the girl and the guy and whatnot and stuff, when they met, she was actually looking for him for a long period of time and whatnot and stuff for 300 years. You know what I'm saying? Because whole time old girl is a demon with a split personality, but she changes from one person to another. She turns into a mature one, and then she turns into a innocent, because it's like a source of power that's within her. They try to call it holy power. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much what happens, she finally finds old dude. You know what I'm saying? But she got a demon that's hidden in her cane. You know what I'm saying? But she calls a friend. And the thing is that when it comes down to the demon, he going rampant and whatnot in his large form, looking for, you know what I'm saying, and thought that one of these guys and stuff who almost ran her over with the moped, you know what I'm saying, he pretty much pushed her out the way and stuff when it came down to the demon, bringing forth that chivalry. You know what I'm saying? Bringing forth that chivalry. Uh, 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 Bringing forth that chivalry and whatnot and stuff. And uh, uh, it was like a bird demon and whatnot and stuff, and gargoyle like face, sharp teeth, and with talons and stuff like a eagle. and grabs them and whatnot and stuff. And since the eagle was so large, since the demon was so large and whatnot and stuff, he had three big ass holes in his torso. You know what I'm saying, right? He died. She saves him by because of the little third eye and whatnot and stuff. Uh, uh, she takes his soul, or not necessarily takes his soul. It's pretty much like she kept it in storage. You know what I'm saying? And in exchange and stuff, she became old boy and stuff who died. He became immortal. They'll say this. They'll say undead, right? You know what I'm saying? Because for he couldn't die. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he could feel all the pain. He can feel all the pain. He can feel this man got shot several different times. This man got demons and stuff that tried that killed him and stuff, and he came back. But it was this one time where they were trying to go to the 32nd floor because it was called this. It was this statue called the Statue of Humanity, which changed demons into humans. And a lot of people and stuff who were actually demons and stuff, guess what? That's what they wanted. They wanted to turn into humans, right? And pretty much what happens, bear with me. Pretty much what happens is, they trying to get the statue and stuff because old girl want to turn into a human. His father and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He was into the study of, he was in the study of, he was in the study of, I think it's called demonology or something like that, the study of demons. And the thing is that the little girl was with him, and he gave her the sheet of paper and whatnot and stuff. He gave her a sheet of paper and stuff, and it's like, find my son, he'll be able to help you. But his son wasn't even into that. He was just a regular delivery driver, I believe. You know what I'm saying, right? And so, or he was just in high school and whatnot and stuff, going to high school, whatever job he had, right? And uh, pretty much what happened was that when she found him, he dies and whatnot and stuff. She stores his soul within her third eye and whatnot and stuff, and they're bonded. You know what I'm saying? But then he has the power of immortality. You know what I'm saying? And he's also able to have spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? And they call it a woo. And he had a mark on his forehead, right? Right. So this is Sirach, Ecclesiastes, in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 1. And I'm gonna dip and dab and stuff within the story. And once again, it's only seven episodes. Some are 27 minutes, some 45, some 50, right? So this Sirach, which but Sirach 2 and 1, this is my son, if thou comes to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. He had to be forced to warrior and stuff because he was a protector of old girl. But since their souls was connected because she stored it in her body, you know what I'm saying, right? Meaning that they can both become human again. You know what I'm saying, right? The thing is that he he was able to have certain powers, push people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one demon and stuff that put his arm through his stomach. You know what I'm saying? And he healed up with the quickness and whatnot and stuff. And the first thing he did was he came in his face, jumped, and he a little shorty. So he jumped in front of the demon's face and whatnot. And it's like his face got pushed back, but you saw all the meat and the brains and whatnot and stuff kind of slid out of his skin. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting sliced up by invisible force. You know, if you an example, like when it come down to Naruto and stuff, where they was on that bridge, and you had Yamamoto. You know what I'm saying? No, Yamamoto, I think his name is the one that can control the wood, like the first Hokage. And the thing is that he had he was trying to act like a decoy. You know what I'm saying? Just to catch Kabuto and Orochimaru. So Naruto and stuff, he getting angry This is before the four tails came out, and he got three tails and stuff. When it come down to the cloak, that's where he's still normal and shit. And pretty much, Kabuto tried to come up behind him. Naruto turned around and stuff and just screamed and pushed his ass back and destroyed the bridge. That's how it was and stuff, but just in someone's palm of their hand. You know what I'm saying? Like they had unlimited power and whatnot, but at the same time, he had to build up in that power. And yes, it's like, oh, uh, uh, it's like, oh, yes, it's like, he had power of a demon and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he was he was using that power and stuff to fight demons. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was at the old girl because she was the last one of their kind, of a certain kind and stuff, because her fiance killed off majority of her kind, and he was sealed away, right? And she was the only one who had power and stuff, but she didn't want to. She wanted to live in peace. While he was like, no, we gotta destroy everything and stuff. We gotta kill everyone, and that also included his own people. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. So the thing is that their presence was out there. It was when they found out, because the first episode, old boy, somebody, you had these agents that came out of nowhere, which was really demons, and which was really demons, and uh, which was really demons. And the thing is that, which was really demons, and uh, they was like, oh, a woo, a woo, a woo. You know what I'm saying, right? And in order for a woo to be out, or is WWU, in order for a woo to be, in order for a woo to exist and whatnot, then that means that I forgot what it's called. It's called, I think it's SANJIYAN, Shajin or something like that. Shajin or something like that and stuff, and that was the name of that demonic race. But the thing is, or the demons, race of demons. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that they live in some holy land and whatnot. But anyways, it goes into the fact, uh, it goes into the fact that uh, it goes into the fact that uh, uh, but uh, uh, pretty much and stuff with him having being a woo and whatnot and stuff. Not only was he known by the demons, you know what I'm saying, not only was he known by the demons, you know what I'm saying, then that's in the second season and stuff, right? Because he was killing the demons, and he was fighting demons. They kept searching for old girl, so he had to fight all these demons. So once again, it's Rock 2 and 1. This is my son. If thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You see, you know, and that's what it was, because shoot, he was so tempted into going back to living his own regular life, but he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because the demons and stuff would be chasing after him too. Even though they knew that he was immortal and stuff and he couldn't die. You see, you know, right? But he couldn't live a normal life anymore and stuff. His life was changed. You know what I'm saying? And it's so raw to me and stuff because he was turned into a warrior. This is a regular high school and stuff who didn't know how to fight. And then at the same time, the powers gave him the ability and stuff to fight. And then when it came down to the second season, which was only 3 episodes, you know what I'm saying? What happened? He was a way better warrior so that he was when it came down to the first season. You see, he had the little armbands and stuff with the metal on the side and whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? The old girl lost her memories because she was being a bitch and kept doing shit on her own. You know what I'm saying? She kept doing shit on her own, right? So this is uh so the demons and stuff was most definitely they you also had certain demons and stuff where it's like, you know, where it was like, you know, we all know it's bullshit and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you know, uh uh the demon was the demon was there was certain demons and stuff that was trying to protect her, you know what I'm saying? But she had to stay asleep, she couldn't wake up. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the thing is that old boy reuniting with her, because if he doesn't die, she's alive. You know what I'm saying? His sole purpose is to protect old girl. So you had certain demons and stuff that would try to do it too, but they didn't want to wake her up. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it was going to be other demons who was going to be on the search for her to put her to death. You see, right? And he found her. It's Isaiah 59 and 15. I'm just throwing some scriptures out there. You got to watch the show. You know what I'm saying? You know, if not and stuff, just give a short, brief look at it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wikipedia most definitely give it to you. Right, so this is Isaiah 59 and 15. It's Isaiah 59 and 15. It says, yea, truth faileth. It says, and he that departed from evil, making himself a prey. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the thing is that they was getting preyed upon. You know what I'm saying? You know, they was getting preyed upon. You know, it was like he was a servant. You know what I'm saying? But he had power. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he can end demons, and he can sense them and whatnot. So they was completely scared of him. You know, you had those and stuff who tried to fight against him and whatnot and stuff, right? Uh, to try to fight against him and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then he also was going against another Wu. You know what I'm saying? The Wu was a servant of old girl fiance, but since he was sealed away, he wasn't dead. You know what I'm saying? But when it come down to him and whatnot and stuff, they was planning to sacrifice a girl and stuff just so uh, uh, you know, they wanted her to break some type of seal and stuff because she was the only one who had the power to do so because of the race that she was or the creature that she actually was, even though she took human form. The thing is that you know, you know, it's all fucked up. It's all screwed and stuff with the split personality. The thing is that she couldn't do it and whatnot and stuff, and the old boy was getting battered before. You know what I'm saying? But they loved one another. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she had them virgin eyes. She had them virgin eyes and whatnot and stuff, and it's like, look at this. But they was getting chased down. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, you had two sides. You had one side and stuff that wanted to rule by violence and whatnot, and then you had the other side who wanted to rule with peace, and she was like that and stuff. And the old boy was down for it too. You know what I'm saying, right? Right. So he did part away from evil because that's exactly what they was on. You know what I'm saying? They wanted peace. So since they wanted peace and they wanted to live peacefully and whatnot, right? And not just become humans and whatnot. Uh, since they wanted peace and whatnot, there was a whole bunch of them stuff that they either ran into or came across or they found them and whatnot and stuff, and they kept getting attacked. You know what I'm saying? So I'll read this. It's Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, "So shall they fear the name." Actually, let me get this. This Acts 19. I'm gonna start at 13. That's oh boy. This is Acts 19 and 13. Like, ain't nothing I can do except to pull it up here. Yes, Jake. This is Acts 19 and 13. It says, then certain of the vagabond Jews are Israelites and stuff who are like nomads. They travel from place to place. You know what I'm saying, right? It says exorcist, right? And that's exactly what he was. You know what I'm saying? He dispelled the demons. And she had power too and whatnot and stuff, but she had to wake up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Her other personality had to come in, the matured version and whatnot, who looked down upon him the whole time. Yeah, she was bitter at first, but the thing is that she loved him. She had no choice and stuff but to love him. Because even though it was a split personality and whatnot and stuff, they shared the same body, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? They shared the same body and whatnot and stuff. So at the same time, she had no choice and stuff. Rather, she flipped from different personalities and stuff to fall in love. Because whole time she told him, it's like, come find me and stuff in the first season. After she blew herself up with one of the other wolves and stuff that was attacking her, trying to make a deal and whatnot and stuff. When we already know when it comes down to people and stuff who's considered evil in these shows, they guess what? They got a silver tongue. The silver tongue meaning they're very persuasive. You see, or they smooth with it, right? So this is so so I can bear with me. The glare, and all those people that want to sit up here and be like, left side and right side, and hey, the Lord creates good and evil. Hinduism stuff is not. It doesn't even exist. Hinduism stuff doesn't even exist. Hinduism is a way of the heathens and stuff, but they're gods and they're in that way and whatnot and stuff. That's just wickedness. You know what I'm saying? It's just left hand and stuff, right? But you could see in these shows, it's like, say, if you have a portion of seasoning, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to the spirit and stuff, scripture's going to pop in your head and whatnot when you look at this and look at that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Elder Malcolm was teaching us that, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger in the truth. You see, and when I say younger in the truth, I'm not just talking about age. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about spiritual age, right? Because being born again and stuff is your true birthday, right? Which we don't celebrate birthdays. You know what I'm saying, right? But this so in the end, I'm watching and stuff, and it's like, oh man, that remind me of this. Oh, that remind me of that. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm the scripture just coming to mind and stuff, and this is what happens when wisdom meets you in every thought, right? So it's this Acts 19 and 13 again. It says, then certain, because this is what a lot of the demons and stuff is like, oh, I know you. I heard of you. I know you. This Acts 19 and 13. It says, then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, you know what I'm saying? He was exorcising demons, and she was too. It says, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Yahushua, saying, we adjured you by Yahushua, whom Paul preacheth. And it says, verse 14, and there were 7 sons of one Scevia, a Jew and a chief of the priests. It says, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua. Oh, did I say Jesus? I hope not. Salakia, if I said Jesus. Yahushua. It says, verse 15, it says, and the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know. And it says, and Paul I know, But who are you? Who are ye? You know what I'm saying? Meaning, who are you? So when it came down to it and stuff, the demons, and especially like in the second seasons and whatnot and stuff, because with him being a brand new womb, you know what I'm saying, right? With him being a brand new womb, he had to, he was making nothing but a name for himself. You know what I'm saying? You know, because when people, when he'll show the marking on his forehead and whatnot, when he'll show the marking of the forehead and stuff, the demons will get scared. Why? Because when it come down to regular humans, you know what I'm saying, they able to prevail, but not a woo. Why? Because he can't die. You see, you know, right? He couldn't die, so all the demons were scared of him, right? I'll read this 15 again. It says, and the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye? Right? And that goes back into the Isaiah 59 and 15. You see? Because guess what? When it come down to these uh when it come down to the demons, when it come down to the demons and whatnot that possess these people, you know what I'm saying, they're not getting attacked. You see? There's no spiritual attacking going on to them. Like my scoffers are agents. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know what section and stuff that they work for and whatnot and stuff, but they're demons. They're demons. Because all they doing is trying to Luke 22 and 31. You know what I'm saying? But the irritation is not causing me to be at peace with them. The irritation is pushing me to resist against them more and more. That's what it's doing. It's causing me to resist against them. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They get shut down every time. Apostle Rakai, he said in one of his old videos, he was saying how when it come down to the scoffers, really the scoffers want to learn. And I'm noticing that and stuff because when they piss me off, and I go, because I'm go straight into the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Call all you like Yabashim Yashai. So Yabashim Yashai Ratazai. So when it come down to my scoffers and whatnot, they shut the fuck up for a period of time until they get them, until they see some sort of window of opening and stuff for them to speak. And it's like, yeah, you niggas are trying to learn. You trying to learn. But the way that they do it, the way that they do it and stuff is self-destructive for them. You see? You know, and no matter what's being said and stuff, it's like they're listening, but it's going in one ear and out the other. So they want to be attentive and pay attention and take heed, but it doesn't hold. And that's why I say that my scoffers are like a vase. They got a bunch of cracks. You get all the pieces and stuff, and you glue it together, but yet the water still leak out. Like how the scripture says, uh, 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 like how the scripture says, uh, uh, clouds that hold no water. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the thing is that my scoffers and stuff, they really think what they doing is God's work. It's a John 16:2, and they don't even see it, no matter how much it gets explained. Pastor Ronald said that before when he did the sit down and stuff about when it come down to the they say ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Ninjas is different from nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right? But it's a word that we use or a description that we use and stuff for niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I say niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know, and pretty much what happens is that they just don't get it. You know, like Scripture says, they had gone in the way of Cain, and we know Cain is one of the incarnations and stuff of Esau. You know what I'm saying, right? And the thing is look what they do. Esau thinks that he's gonna take the spirit and put it in a machine. You can't transfer something you can't touch. They can only manipulate, but they can't touch it. You know, right? So when it comes down to the spirit and whatnot and stuff, they can't take it, and they can't touch it and whatnot. Even for your own self, you can't even retain the spirit as it says in Ecclesiastes 8 and 8. So if you can't do it yourself, what makes you think somebody else can do it? And they just trying to put a fear tactic and stuff because they want to be feared, but it's like, what it says in Acts, and ooh, I wasn't even thinking about this. I think it's no, it's Matthews. Yeah, I'll keep that. It's Matthews 10, it's not 10, 16, 10 and 28. It says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." You see? And the thing is that when it came down to old girl in that movie, I mean in that cartoon, or willing get something at least. When it came down to old girl and stuff in that movie, I mean in that TV show, you know, the ones and stuff who wanted their real ruler and stuff, or the not real ruler, but the ones and stuff who wanted yeah, sorry, it's me. The demons and whatnot who needed old girl because nobody else and stuff can shatter the seal except for her, right? Because of the because our own people sealed away, and she was also part of the resistance against her fiance. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he was trying to rule with an iron fist. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we gotta kill everybody. We gotta kill everybody and stuff just so yeah, that's some bullshit. It's, we gotta kill everyone. Uh, uh, you know what I'm saying? So we can, he thought through war. You know what I'm saying? Which we understand when it comes down to battles. You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty much, he was ruling like the Decepticons from Transformers and stuff, and she was on that Autobot stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's have peace. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, nah. And you had so many people and stuff that followed up under him. You know what I'm saying? But since she was the only one left of her own kind, the thing is that they needed her power, and she wasn't even strong enough. They needed her power and stuff just to break the seal, to unseal uh, uh, her fiance. You see, so they couldn't kill her. They couldn't kill her. And then her woo that was protecting her, even though she kept running away, which was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know how women are. Oh, I'm in my emotions. I don't want nobody to suffer with the woo. I don't want nobody to suffer because of me and whatnot and stuff. It's like, Shawty, you made me a motherfucking stuff who's a protector over you and stuff. This is my job. I can't go to my regular motherfucking life and whatnot and stuff. I can't do that shit. Why? Because Damon's gonna be trying to attack me. And what came to mind? Through her, we all die. Man, right? But so they couldn't kill her because they needed her. And then on top of that and stuff, they couldn't kill the Woo because he's blessed with immortality, indestructibility. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That was given to Paul. You see, that was literally given to Paul. You know what I'm saying? He got bitten with the serpent and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The venomous snake, and he ain't died. And I think that's what Acts, the 28th chapter, right? So this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. It says, "And fear not them which kill the body." And then she also had powers and stuff when she switched over to a mature side. You see, she was able to do so much and stuff in her innocent personality. You know what I'm saying? Because she had a split personality and stuff because it was two entities in one. You see, and she preserved the old boy's soul and whatnot and stuff. So this is Matthew 10 and 28. It says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul." It says, "But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." And hell is a condition, or it can be the grave. You know what I'm saying? Like how people sit up here and say, it's like, man, I just went through hell and back. You know what I'm saying? Well, according to how most people think, when it come down to hell and stuff, you ain't coming back once you go there. So guess what? That shows, even though they have the zeal, but not according to knowledge. That shows and stuff that even by their own sins and whatnot and stuff, that they don't understand the scriptures. They don't understand what hell is, right? But even based off their own sin and whatnot and stuff, it shows that hell doesn't exist. Well, actually, it does exist. You're in hell. One man's heaven is another man's hell. Who rules the earth? Esau, the full-blooded spirit Caucasian. No matter how you look, you see, they get power. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? This is their queendom. You see, that's why everything is all upside down. That's why everything is contrary to the scriptures, even though they vow on it and stuff for any president or even within their court system. You see, which you ain't supposed to be doing anyways, causing Jake to go off, right? Psalms 83. So this is so yeah, so for the fact that this man got shot, had whole hands and stuff put through his stomach. You know what I'm saying? This man's head was chopped in a little bit and stuff, and it peeled over in front of his friends because a demon was attacking at that time. Peeled over, peeled over and whatnot and stuff. And the thing is that he put it right back on and stuff. And his friends saw how his the very wounds that he had and stuff. He healed. He healed like Naruto. He get a scratch and stuff and or a certain injury and stuff, and then eventually down the line, what happens and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It be steam, and it heals his wounds. Well, guess what? It was like his wound. It was almost like that and stuff, but instead it was like black reddish. You know what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna grab this, and since they couldn't kill him and whatnot and stuff, that's why a Wu was like, especially if you was on the opposite side, a Wu would be scary. You know what I'm saying? So this is I'm gonna come back to that. This is Isaiah 59 and 15. Uh, okay. This Isaiah 59 and 15. It says, "Yea, truth faileth," and no, verse 19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua." It says, "From the west," and that's what happened and stuff when it came down to the woo. They were scared of him, and he just like how Yahweh Shai, because he was that spirit of destruction. You know what I'm saying? That was going through Egypt and stuff, seeing who had blood on, who had a sheep's blood on the doorpost. That was Yahweh Shai. The thing is that you had uh, um, you had uh, uh, you had there with me. Uh, After what happened to Egypt and whatnot and stuff, every other because it was word by mouth. You know what I'm saying? After what happened to Egypt and stuff, guess what? Every other kingdom knew and stuff, and guess what? They feared Israel and whatnot and stuff, and that's why you had 37 kings trying to come up against Joshua and whatnot and stuff, and they all got slain. You see? I think that's in the book of Joshua. Joshua or Judges, but I think it's Joshua though. Right, so this is Isaiah 59 and 19 again. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west." Now, I'm not calling him the Lord or anything and stuff, but I'm just bringing forth, uh, I'm just making it relatable. So it says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west." It says, "And his glory from the rising of the sun." It says, "When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." And when you go into that word standard, it's the word nawas, and it says uh, uh, displayed. I might have to get it in another app, but make you flee away, standard and stuff, right? So let's get this word standard. Just in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, it says hmm, uh, it says two ways. It says a long, narrow, tapering flag that is personal to an individual or corporation and bears heraldic devices B, it says the personal flag of the head of a state or of a member of a royal family. Banner, you see, right? And what is a banner? A sign that represents something and stuff, right? And that goes two ways. The standard, the first standard stuff is the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You know, the law of the land and whatnot, which is the scriptures, even though it's not being pushed. I mean, not even though the Esau Edom stuff flipped everything upside down. He made the law of the land and stuff contrary and stuff to the scriptures. You see, right, right, because he's making war with the Most High, Yahweh. He's making war with him, even trying to be like him. You see, and that's when all that iconoclasm stuff came. You know what I'm saying? Them cover ups and whatnot and stuff. Job 9:24 tells you that and stuff. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and he covered up the faces of the judges thereof. That's why that's why the Most High and stuff, they got a picture of him and Adam and stuff touching fingers and whatnot and stuff with clouds covering up their body parts. You know what I'm saying? With naked little babies and whatnot and stuff, which represents the angels. And Esau, his ideal of purity and whatnot and stuff is to be butt ass naked. When the scripture says and stuff that guess what, you're not supposed to look at another man's nakedness. You see, right? Right? So this is this is 3. It says something established by authority, custom, or general consent as a model or example. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That's the scriptures. We're off the rip. That's the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says in Thessalonians, let me grab it right quick, and then I'll come back to this. Uh this Second Thessalonians chapter 2. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And guess what? Who's the Lord's mouthpiece? His prophets, his apostles, his prophets, his teachers, his evangelists, his seers and prophetic judges. You see, who's on the highways and byways in season, out of season, all manner of weather. You know what I'm saying? Putting their life and their freedom and stuff on the line, right? To bring forth this word, to usher in the kingdom of heaven. You see, to promote Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You see, and it says, Second Thessalonians 2:8. It says, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Now it goes into Esau, Edom, and whatnot and stuff. But guess what else? Guess who else is being revealed? The 2/3 and the rebellious of our nation. You know what I'm saying? The Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who our appearance instead of a heathen, who spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. The thing is that you have a lot of Israelites, you know what I'm saying, you know, no matter where they are, that they like the current era and stuff, and they don't want the era and stuff of their rulership to come. See? And that's why it says in Zechariah 14:12, those who fought against Jerusalem, well, guess what? Israelites are going to fight against themselves. You see? And when I say against themselves and stuff, Israelite on Israelite crime. You see? And what's the crime and stuff? The different things, the instructions of the scriptures and stuff that they do not follow, but they follow another. You see? Right? And the Lord's going to be heavily displeased with them. You know what I'm saying? Whether they like it or not. You know what I'm saying? You know? And if you want the Lord to be pleased with you, then most definitely you're going to have to sit up here and repent and turn around. Stop going astray. Go according to the way and stuff that he wants you to. You see? He ain't give us these instructions stuff for nothing. You know? And what it says in Sirach, the 15th chapter, 20th verse, that there's no need and stuff for a sinful man. It's lucky, you know, I be trying to make short videos and stuff, but it just don't be happening like that sometimes. This Rock 15 and 20, and it says verse 18, 17. It says, before a man is life and death, and whether him liketh shall be given him. So if you like death, that's what you're gonna be about. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 and rebellious of Israel and stuff. Guess what? They like death. You know what I'm saying? You know, and those who like life and stuff, guess what? They're going to change their ways in the Lord, and they're going to put on as the elect, as it says in Colossians 3:12. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they hope to be. Remember, hope is not seen. You see, so we don't know. So we hope to be saved, right? No matter what a person feel like. And we don't give a fuck about your feelings. You don't even give a fuck about yourself. Shit. And so this verse 18, it said, "For wisdom of the Lord and the elect and stuff are going to look for life." It said, "For the wisdom of the Lord is great, and He is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things, and His eyes are upon them that fear Him, and He knoweth every work of man." So there ain't no hiding nothing, and He don't need no cameras. You know why? Because guess what? A camera can't pick up your thoughts. Maybe other technology and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that can measure brain waves and whatnot and stuff to see what it is that you're thinking of or what you're listening to with the music. You know what I'm saying? But other than that and stuff, ain't no camera and stuff gonna sit up here and see what it is that somebody else is thinking, right? So that's a higher level. That's celestial powers, spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying, that the angels have. You see? Verse 20, it says, "He have commanded no man to do wickedly, neither have he given any man license to sin." You see? So he don't need a motherfucker like that. I'm saying that's why he says his eyes are upon those who fear him. You see? And yeah, we're gonna go all time for time and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be tempted and stuff, and we're not gonna prevail over every temptation. We understand that and stuff, right? But the thing is that we're gonna keep going and whatnot and stuff, because a lot of us do want to be of that standard. We're not gonna be perfect. The only one who's perfect and stuff is Yahweh Shai. Our bodies got to be changed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He was perfect and stuff in the very flesh and stuff that we have. You see? Our bodies got to be changed in the twinkling of the eye, as it says in First Corinthians 15. Right? So this is it says 2 Thessalonians 2:8. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." Jeremiah 5:14. You know what I'm saying? This word is going to be like fire that comes out of our mouths and stuff that the Lord puts in our spirit. And the thing is that it's going to burn the people up like wood, meaning they can't take it. Right? And it says, "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." You know what I'm saying? When Yahweh Shai return and stuff, he said he gonna plead with all flesh and stuff. And guess what? That's not just the heathens. That's gonna be 2/3 of Israel found in North America, and it's also gonna be the rebels of Israel. And guess what? Not every Israelite and stuff that's scattered to the other parts of the our earth and stuff is gonna get destroyed by nuclear fire. You might get destroyed by something else. You know what I'm saying? You know, by a teeth of wild beast or these other different judgments. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever the Lord puts when it come down to your life. You know what I'm saying? And you won't be a martyr at all either. And when it comes down to it and stuff, it's gonna be this. Uh, um, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be this. Uh, 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 as brothers always say, that we're gonna if we be of the 144,000, you know what I'm saying, being of the 1/3 ain't no problem either. You know what I'm saying, right? But you'll be able to kick ass and stuff in the kingdom. But the 144,000 is gonna wipe all that's evil and got it in chains and stuff, the heathens, high level heathens and whatnot and stuff, right? They're gonna got in the high level heathens and stuff. And I think that's Psalms 149. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Psalms 149, right? You know what I'm saying? That we shall bind their kings with chains and shackles and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be more than likely those and stuff who's going to be in those nuclear bunkers. You know what I'm saying? You know, the one who created Facebook and stuff and changed it to metaverse and whatnot and stuff. That nigga is going into captivity. He going into slavery. You see? You know? Elon Musk, slavery. Kim Jong-un, he's slavery. Right? Right? And when it comes down to the rest of you Israelites and stuff, who no matter how you look and whatnot and stuff, if you still on the surface and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and the Lord ain't beam you up and stuff, he's gonna slice you up and stuff with the 144,000. Because as it says in Isaiah 63 and whatnot and stuff, his garments are gonna be dyed in blood. You know what I'm saying? You know, the scriptures talk about the blood shall be to the horse's bridle. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we already know that a regular horse and stuff is about 6 feet. But who's to say and stuff? That's not, you know, when it was being talked about and stuff. It's talking about when the stature and stuff was larger. You see, so that's a lot of blood. You know what I'm saying? A river of blood and whatnot and stuff. And the scripture says that shall the righteous feet shall be covered in the blood of the wicked. And guess what? Our weapons of warfare are not carnal. Yeah, we can be in situations of self-defense. You know what I'm saying? But our weapons of warfare are not carnal. So we waiting for that spiritual powers, hoping that's going to be bestowed upon us, no matter how somebody feel. Right? So this Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual power is going to be in this case. Now, if you know, some of our lots, you know what I'm saying, is to be in prison, you know what I'm saying, to be taken to jail, you know what I'm saying, to be in a concentration camp, to be killed, to be tortured, you know what I'm saying, right? That's some of our lots and stuff. But guess what? If your lot is to be of the 144,000, that's just something you're gonna have to go through. A martyr is a witness. Witness that some who believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshai will have to be slain and put to death for it. You know what I'm saying? You got this anime called Solo Leveling, you know what I'm saying, and in the first video, which is gruesome, because how that statue and stuff took that man's body and stuff, and you just saw his legs and his feet and stuff bumping and stuff like two twigs tossed on the ground. You know that sound, right? Or big pieces of wood and whatnot and stuff, right? When you toss it on the ground and stuff, it gets that certain noise, that clink clink kind of noise, but it's not metal. But the thing is that it was 3 commandments. You know what I'm saying? They had to figure out and stuff how to survive it. He's the last person and whatnot and stuff, and you got the rest of these statues and stuff, you know what I'm saying, with weapons and whatnot, bashing this man, killing this man, whoop the woo. And the last thing was prove yourself to God. Prove yourself to God. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be some that's gonna be martyrs, but guess what? You can still be 144,000. Shoot, you can still be part of the 1/3. And guess what? All Israel gonna have spiritual powers in the kingdom, you see? But we won on the first go round, so that's why we fight. John 18:36. Right? So he's gonna lift up that standard. There's gonna be spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be spiritual powers. Jeremiah 30 and 16. You know what I'm saying? The fishers are gonna turn into hunters, and we hope to be hunters. You see, we getting hunted now, but we hope to hunt later. Right? Right. So another thing, I think it's Revelations. Let's see if I got enough time. Because other than that, I'll quote it. Uh This Revelation 14 and 1, it says, and I looked, and lo, meaning look, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. You see, right? So written in his foreheads and stuff, right? So they're gonna know the true names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and stuff. They're gonna know the true name of the Heavenly Father. They're gonna know the true name of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They also gonna do the works. You got to have faith with works, not just works and no faith, or not just faith with no works. You got to have faith with works. You got to have faith that the Lord's instruction and whatnot and stuff is going to get you saved. So therefore, you live by them. You see, right? And Matthew 10 and 16, it says, "Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove," and whatnot. Because a lot of our enemies who are the rebellious, whether they Israel or not, the thing is that they want to take us down. Because in their eyes, it's the same way like Esau. If we take out the believers and whatnot, maybe we can continue to rule what we established and invested in stuff. What we have right now and stuff. It's all still gonna come to an end, right? So this is even Apostle Ramla. He just did a video. I ain't watching it yet, but it says every kingdom and stuff comes to the end, eventually ends, so it comes to an end. Roughly paraphrasing and stuff, right? Right. So so I'm looking at that stamp. So this is Ezekiel. Let me hurry up. This is Ezekiel 9. And I'll start at verse 1. And it says, he cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, and every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. It says, and behold, 6 men, Now it's like, you know what? I'm finna skip to verse 4. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry. You go into that word mark and stuff, it's the word tawa, signature, right? You know what I'm saying? And that signature is to be exempt from judgment. And that's exactly what was going on with old boy. He was supposed to die, but he didn't. You see? You know, like King David and stuff, he was supposed to die, but he didn't. You see? And it says Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city. It says, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And guess what? When it come down to those and stuff who could be able to hope for elect and stuff, they can complain about this wicked place. The ones who ain't gonna complain and stuff are the ones who's cool with it. You see? Verse 5. It says, and to the others he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, men and women. It said, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. It says, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men, those who know the truth, which were before the house. And as it says in First Peter 4:17, that judgment shall begin at the house of Israel. And you seeing it on the news. Israelites being slain. You see? However way in whatever matter. You see? Because they spiritually dead. You see? And if they're spiritually alive and whatnot and stuff, more than likely somebody who was spiritually dead and stuff wanted to kill them. You know what I'm saying? You know, him or her. Right? Right. And this is twofold and stuff because it goes into it goes into how the demons, the angels and stuff whose occupation and stuff is to kill. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? They're killing the ones that they can kill, the ones that they can get. You see, right? The ones that they can get and whatnot and stuff. But then it's charged where it's like when it comes down to the elect or the ones who got the tawa, the exemption from judgment and whatnot and stuff, right? Don't touch them. You see, don't touch them. You see, you know, right? And the thing is that part of not being able to touch them and stuff is the fact that they're going to have the sword, you know what I'm saying, the shield of faith and the sword, which is the word and whatnot, to fight off Satan like Yahweh Shai did. You know what I'm saying? In Matthew's the 4th chapter, when somebody else and stuff who don't have the spirit with them, guess what? They're just going to get darted up. You see? You know, and once again, in that movie, in that TV show, which was only 7 episodes, the man was exempt from judgment because there was plenty of times that he was supposed to die. And if he didn't have that mark on his forehead and stuff, when he didn't have that mark on his forehead, he was dead. But when he had that mark on his forehead, he was exempt from judgment. Meaning that when it was plenty of times and stuff, when he was supposed to die and stuff, you know what I'm saying, he kept resurrecting. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He had his wits too. He wasn't just sitting up there, tongue out, jaw half broken and whatnot and stuff, and brain showing and shit and whatnot. No, he kept being renewed, and that's what's happening and stuff when it comes down to this word. And that's what I picked up and stuff by watching that. So I hope this video is edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Harakakarash, double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom with Baba Kwam Yasharala.